What happens if Belizeans vote no to the ICJ?
If Belizeans vote no on the 10th of April 2019, first of all, the government would accept the democratic decisions of Belizeans, who would then have said no to the ICJ option. That decision of no would basically mean that we're, in a sense, back to where we are right now. That is, with the Guatemalan claim hanging over our heads without a clear path to how we resolve it. But we have to suspect that Guatemala, if Belize votes no, and because they have voted yes, will or could claim some sort of moral high ground in that they would have expressed an interest to resolve this at the ICJ and then paint Belize as the unwilling partner. And then that leads to the question of, that some have said, let us go back to negotiations. Clearly, that is an option that will have to be considered again. The thing with that is that we all know what has happened with negotiations in the past. They've all failed, and they've all failed for the simple reason that Belizeans will never agree to giving Guatemala what it wants, territory or rights. So we will be back to square one with that issue. And with a Guatemala that is a bit more perhaps bullish because of its voting yes and Belize voting no, these negotiations might be even more difficult. Some people talk about the international community and how they might react. I think that we can be comforted with the fact that the international community will not abandon the role they have played in trying to promote peace between Belize and Guatemala. However, one would suspect that some could be a little less patient with it in that all the advice they've been given in terms of how the international community works is that we go to the ICJ when we cannot resolve these kinds of disputes.